at each other through our own eyes, one thing I've learned, Pastor, is that we can see all the imperfections.
Yeah.
Yes. There's everything wrong with your wife and your kids and your parents and what they did. But God will bring us to a place where we won't look at each other through our own eyes anymore. Yeah. We have to look at each other through the eyes of Christ.
Yes.
And that's when God, brothers, bring mercy to us and grace, because that's what we need. But if you keep beating me down, like you said, about what I didn't do and back expectations and concerns and unmet needs, these are the things that are missing in a man's life. And we have to find out, what is it that you're not getting that you need?
Yeah.
One of the top things that will send a man over the edge when he's not getting it in any relationship, whether it's his kids, wife, or friends, is respect. I don't think particularly sisters oftentimes understand how big feeling like you're not being respected in a relationship is. And different things feel disrespectful to different brothers. For one brother, it might be rolling your eyes.
Right.
For another brother, it might be raising your voice.
Yep.
For another brother, it might be
Fixing my breakfast.
whatever that is, right? Bro, let's talk a little bit about what that is, or what that's like, and how to deal with that when I'm not getting respect from the outside, like you said, and I think, Hiram, you hit it. I gotta know who I am, right, so that when I'm not getting respected, I know that even though that's how you treat me or who you say I am, I'm somebody greater.
Why is it that a woman won't follow a man?
That's a question, bro.
I always bring that to the table. The number one reason. I'm gonna go there. Brothers, y'all hearing this taping thing, right? And it's free, okay? I'm gonna throw it free for you, right? The number one reason why a woman won't follow a man, because that man is not following God.
Wow.
That's the number one reason. And so that man's not gonna get respect.
That's nothing else
because oh, you want the benediction? And so, but that's what that is. You're not doing anything spiritual in your whole house. You're not doing anything that your wife or children can say, my daddy loved the Lord. And so that man is operating off his intelligence and his wisdom and his knowledge, but he falls short of the glory of God because he's not humble. And so everything's got to be what I say. You have to show your respect to your family, even when they don't deserve it.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is restraint is a part of respect. When I was living in Northeast DC, catching the metro, I was going to pick my son up from daycare, my oldest boy. I stepped on a young man's shoe. My brother, I'm sorry. He says, you got it, man. But if my response was not to say nothing, right?
Yep.
So I'm always careful of that response that I'm giving to a person, because that respect, it's a two-way street. I can't demand my wife and my kids to respect me if I'm not respecting them.
A lot of times, man, I'm trying to really work right now on being aware of how I'm responding.
Yes.
Because if I hear something I don't like and it triggers me or it hits me a certain way, I'm not always aware of how it's coming out. I'm just. It's like when you go in the doctor's office and they hit your knee and that joint just, the reflex. If you're not careful, man, you have these reflexive responses that are oftentimes the thing that you want to take back, the thing that you wish you wouldn't have said, and the thing that causes the most pain. And on top of all of that, it is quintessentially disrespectful. And if we can get better at being mindful of how we're responding and not having reflexive responses, man, I think that joint could go a long way.
I used to be that guy, Pastor Amari, where you say something, it triggered me, we going from 0 to 1,000. 0 to 1,000, right? But what I had to realize, right, is one, what I started doing was repeating what I heard said to me. Right, so I can make sure, one, I heard it right, to give them the opportunity to change how they say it. It's something that I literally had to do, right? And if the response comes back the same way, I take it as, it's not me, it's them.
We try to establish what we call an emotional contract.
Okay.
But the emotional agreement says that when you're doing that to me, I am allowed to say what's bothering me without a call for you to sleep downstairs.
When does a coach call a timeout? When the game is getting out of control.
That's exactly right. Absolutely.
That's when you call. You can, if you watch a sport, you can tell. Oh, he about to call a time. You already know why, because the game is getting out of control.
Or 10 straight points.
And the same thing has to be true for us. The same thing has to be true for us. When you feel yourself getting out of control, when the conversation is getting out of control, when the argument is getting out of control, call a timeout.